Local recording started. Does that look good? Everything look good? Who's all here? It says I have 3 people, but I'm only seeing Peter. Sometimes, though, it doesn't even show me. I gotta wiggle 1 second. There we go. We could finish DDD. I don't know. I always forget how long DDD Tour is. Ocarina of Time is great, but I just hear it so much. I get that. I think Majora's Mask is a better... Like, the only thing that's kind of intimidating about Majora's Mask is the 3-day thing. Alright. I wonder how much... I don't know if we will finish all of DDD Tour today. Even if we did, we'd have the True Arena to do. And I'd probably save that for a separate stream. God, look at that crusty background. But yes, it's been a bit since I've played this because Deltarune Chapter 2 kind of hindered any other stream plans because I had to replay Chapter 1 to get a save file. And then actual Chapter 2, which was great. I still hasn't... Neither of the 2 chapters has hit me as hard as Undertale has yet. Like, I haven't felt the feelings I feel when I play Undertale. But I probably will eventually. There'll probably be a moment at some point in one of the chapters where I'm like, oh no, my heart. Does make me sad though. I miss Papyrus. I need to see my boy. Please, I miss him so much. I miss him so goddamn much. I keep forgetting that I don't have to look for Sunstone, so I could just go fast. It doesn't even matter. A wheelie. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this dude immediately. Get over here. Bam. There we go. And of course, as soon as I stream, the guy I watch stream starts stream. That has to be the way it be, don't it? That's just the way it be. Well, whatever. 2 hours are going to be missed then. Other than that, I've been up to not much. It's really just been the past... This weekend has just been a Deltarune weekend. You know what I mean? This is the only thing that's been on my mind. I wonder how fast the other chapters are going to happen. Because, you know, 2 took like 3 years, and that was because... I heard he was deciding on wanting to use a different engine, and then also the pandemic hit. And also it says there's 7. Like, on the menu, it says there's going to be 7. And then, like, even if that was 1 a year, that's nearly 10 years of Deltarune content on the way. What do you watch? Oh, I watch Uber Hexor Nova. I know it's a dumb name. That's kind of... Even he says it doesn't like it anymore. It's a remnant of the 2012 days, but... Yeah, he basically just does Grand Theft Auto 5 RP almost every night now, every weekday night. He used to do a bunch of stuff back in the day. I wouldn't be surprised if you've heard of him. That's really the main I watch. You know, Vinesauce used to be my one, but he doesn't stream every night now, which is fine and everything. I hope he's doing well. It's all for the betterment of his better life quality. I hope... You know, I haven't checked the website in a bit. I wonder if Robobot works good on this yet. I think I'd want to play another Kirby game first. For that, you know? Get something else. Don't do sequel right after one another. Maybe I will do Kirby 64 or something. Or Nightmare in Dreamland or... Yeah, here we go. Oh, we gotta do more stupid fucking tilting. Alright, that's fine. There we go. No Nintendo Direct last week at all. Very sad. I guess there's the... Has it ever happened on like a 20th in the 20s? It always does usually happen in like the 14th or 15th in the middle of the month. But they could really do whatever the hell they wanted, couldn't they? Feels good to kind of get back to this, honestly. Also, no, I'm only gonna have to do 2 hours and not like 6 hours like I did for the Deltarune Chapter 1 and 2. And I am kind of mad that that happened, where I was muted for that, like, 30 minutes during the secret hard fight. But, you know, whatever. It was like, thank God, it wasn't more than that, right? I should just be happy I didn't... Just got an N64 and wondering what to get. What do you mean? Like, bro, you know, emulation, you know, pretty easy, and, you know, no moral... Listen. Pirating is the least bad crime you could do, you know, unless it was, like, something like Cuphead, and in that case, you know. Oh, wait, that I can get... Wait, no, don't pirate. I mean, don't pirate, because it's bad. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't know. I'd probably say Kirby 64 and Mario 64. Banjo-Kazooie, but not Banjo-Tooie. Because, well, no, Banjo-Kazooie can... You saw that stream. That stream could get... That game could get frustrating if you play the Game Boy version only. There we go. That's all I needed. Because the... Did I say Game Boy? The N64... Because the N64 version of Banjo-Kazooie, you know, you lose the notes. So there's a better way to play that if you're gonna, you know, if you are gonna do that. But yeah, Mario 64, what's a good game from the N64? I can't really think. My jam was the GameCube. That was my thing. I love the GameCube. N64, I can only really think of like Mario 64, Mario Kart, Mario Parties. But all, like, Mario Party Superstars is basically only going to be just... Why would you... I guess because not all boards are going to be there, but still. Fuck you. I'm trying to think what else... Oh, Buck Bumble. Bick to the Buck Bumble. I wouldn't get the original Smash Brothers. The first Smash Brothers is very clunky. If you're gonna play the original Smash Brothers, play the Smash Remix mod that adds new characters like Bowser and Wario. Oh, I thought maybe it would be a portal. Da 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 da. Alright. Circus time. I am sad. I do think a lot about what would have been for the canceled GameCube Kirby game. Have you guys seen, like, images of that? It looks so weird. It had that thing that all GameCube games had where it was very atmospheric looking. Man, GameCube really was just, like, the best Nintendo system. I don't understand how that was, like... It was a commercial failure, right? Where it just didn't do... Yeah, it didn't sell well, but I would say it's probably Nintendo's best console they've ever made. They certainly took the most chances, the most interesting games. Some of the most classic games, in my opinion. I think that's a fake door. I don't know. Yeah, I just can't think of, like... I wouldn't even say Ocarina of Time if you... On the original, you know... I'd say play Majora's Mask on the original Nintendo 64. Because the 3DS version has worse swimming controls, and I feel like inherently loses some of the creepy factor. Ocarina of Time, though, just get the 3DS version. Why there's never any reason to not play the 3D version of Ocarina of Time. Mario Kart Double Dash was the best. I know, I don't... Oh, this is the fucking monkey I always fail on with DDD. Oh, this is the one. Look, they make him so fast. He's so much faster. Oh, you little bitch. Oh, I'm going to kill... that's it. The monkey's dead. He's dead. No, I need to die. Please. That was a portal. I need the portal. I don't... It's so weird that they haven't made... It's been like, 7 years since the Mario Kart 8's initial release on the Wii U? And that's like, man, I just don't understand. They're just losing money. Well, I guess not technically. Because Mario Kart 8 is still selling the biggest of bucks. The jump swing, the jumping twirl doesn't make me lose momentum. That does, though. That's it. That's done for. It's gone. Damn. Gotta do that again. But yeah, think about it. Like, think about what you had on the GameCube. You had Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin 1 and 2, F-Zero, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Kirby's Air Ride. What else? You had a bunch of shit on GameCube. You had a multiplayer WarioWare game. You had Wario World. You had Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, one of the greatest games of all time. You had... What else? You had a bunch of stuff. Got it. I'm trying to think what else was there on GameCube. Oh, is it the boss already? Jeez, the boss of this world already. Alright. What else was on GameCube? There was I don't know, even then, that, like, even just what I said, that's, like... That's a lot of good shit on the GameCube. Perfect Dark? No, not Perfect... No, Perfect Dark was a GameCube, or is that an Xbox game? What's the... I know this isn't... Perfect Dark isn't this what I'm thinking of, but what's the game that had, like, the insanity effects? Eternal Darkness, that was GameCube, wasn't it? I don't know, there were so many good games on the GameCube. Oh, I gotta see the new lore. Born from a forgotten painting made by a mysterious brush, Painter DX has come to take her revenge. One must wonder if the painter who created her regrets giving her form. A mysterious brush, could it be the literal brush? Like, honestly, you could sell me on the GameCube with Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion, and Pikmin 2 alone. But the fact that you got Luigi's Mansion, Sunshine, Paper Mario, 2 Pikmin games, and I don't know, it's... Oh, and also not to mention, like, all the Mario parties on the system. Which 6 and 4, 5, 6, and 7. 6 being the best one, no doubt. Fuck. Listen to Paper Mario Thousand Year Door game over piano. Wait, what? Did I read that right? My brain bad. Listen to Paper Mario Thousand Year Door game over. Oh, you mean just like it on piano? Yeah. That was the first stream I did. So for that, it's kind of cool that I streamed it, but then also it's in very crusty crust quality, because that was before I got the good computer and got the good internet to stream at 1080. So it's all like at 480 and shit. So if you can deal with 480, I'd recommend watching it. I'll probably restream it one day in the far, far, far future, you know what I mean? I think my policy on restreaming games is gonna be a couple years at the very least, you know what I mean? Not too long here. It'll be a year since I started streaming, I think. No, I didn't start streaming till like January, I think. Or seriously started streaming. Fuck you. Got you. Super Paper Mario is also going to... Super Paper Mario and Mario Party 8 were both 2 games that were supposed to be GameCube games. But then were... I can't tell if this Droop Dog is a real person. I can never know. But I always appreciate it either way. Got Stone. That just looks like the Yuxes from Thousand Year Door, speaking of which. You know what would have been a cool mechanic? Because you get a lot of duplicate keychains. Yo, it's Kirby Mid Deluxe. Shut up. I'm doing the best mode where you could play as DDD anyways, which makes the game 10 times better. I don't know why I always gravitate... Like, okay, DDD's not the main bad guy, but I don't know why I always gravitate towards the supposed... In quotes, the main bad guy of the video games. Like, Bowser's my favorite, Deity's my favorite, Eggman is my favorite. I don't know why, man. I just like my bad guys. I like King from Deltarune. I don't know, man. I don't know why that is. I just like the villains the best because they're so much more interesting. Not that I don't like the hero characters, you know. I still love Mario very much, but I mean, compared to Bowser, dude, I love Bowser. I still don't understand why he doesn't have his own game. What was I talking about before that? Oh, yeah, all the good games on GameCube and how... Man, I just wish Nintendo would let it, like, just get, like, put them on... Fuck the NSO service. DDX Meta Knight. It's real, bro. It's real. It happens at the end of the fucking... The Kirby Fighters 2, where they, like, lovingly hold hands. It's real. And it's good. I would imagine DDD and Meta Knight... Here's what I think happened. Is I think similar to, like, Princess Bubblegum and Marceline from Adventure Time. I think they were a thing, they had a falling out, but ever since Kirby came back around and, like, brought joy back into their lives and made them not old curmudgeons, they've been like, oh, you know, maybe we do still love each other. I think that's what's happened. Because I would also think the revenge of Meta Knight in Superstar, that whole story where he's trying to take over Dreamland is like... Because, like, why is he trying to do that? I think that was because after the events of Adventure, and DDD so lazily tried to cover, you know, stop Nightmare in such a lazy, incompetent way, he was like, alright, I gotta take fucking charge. These people are too soft. I gotta toughen them up. Toughen up my lovable homeworld. Anyways... If, like, okay, fuck the NSO. Like, they take that out. Give us Virtual Console. I would pay $20 to play Pikmin 2 on my Switch. I'd pay $20. At this point, also, it's gonna be weird if they do a Nintendo 64 on NSO. You can't put Mario 64, because that's on the... Well, I guess you could. Maybe they'd... Because the collection, right? I still forgot about that. I totally forgot that the Mario... 35th anniversary was a limited time release. You just straight up can't buy that game now. That's fucked up, man. I'm so glad. That shit came out on my birthday, so I was gonna get it regardless last year, but I'm saving that shit. Can't wait for like 20 years from now. When it's like, it's, you know how lately, like the original NES cartridges of Zelda and Mario have been selling for like bazillion dollars. That's what 3D All-Stars is going to be in like 20 years. When is the GameCube going to be considered retro gaming? Because that's going to make me feel old. Really wish I could set this to like a stick, the tilting. This is probably going to be for a portal, so I'm going to need to do this good. When was your birthday? Oh, my birthday this year, literally was 2 days ago, was the 18th. My birthday just happened. 21 years of age. But I refuse to drink the alcohol, because I'm already annoying enough. I do not need to be more annoying. Oh! Got it. It's kind of fucked up I'm 21 already. How did this happen? Oh, really? Not for a portal? So, Deltarune Chapter 2 was kind of like a nice early birthday surprise, honestly. I guess I spent my birthday wish on a Nintendo Direct, but I guess instead they were like, oh, I know, we got something better for you. And so that's what happened. Let me go through. Come on. I'm November 4th. Epic. Please. I wish October would come. This is for nothing. This is not a portal. I just need a... Because, like, here's what happened. 3 things happened in October. 1. Amphibia Season 3. October 3rd. That's good. I want that. That's gonna be the good shit. 2. Metroid. I'm not gonna get it, but it'll be fun to watch, like, Vinesauce play it. And 3, Mario Party Superstars, baby. I'm definitely gonna be streaming that. That's gonna be the good shit. I know at least 2 other people, maybe, that are going to be getting it. Alright. Fuck you, Bonkers. Isn't that... No, that's not... I was gonna say, isn't the episode with Bonkers in the anime the same one where, like, DDD gets burned by the sun? But that's a totally... Those are two totally different episodes. I guess also Halloween on October, but... I mean, it's not like I could really go out be getting candy these days. You know what I mean? And one good thing, like, I like the winter. I do like that cold sting in the air at night. You know, winter's nostalgic for me just in terms of, oh, it's, you know, it's fall and winter and, you know, the cold seasons. One bad thing about it, though, is, like, it's already, like, 2-3 weeks ago, it wouldn't be this dark already. It would be, like, if this was 3 weeks ago, it'd be as bright as it was, like, an hour or two ago. I don't know about an hour or two ago, but at like 7, it would like the sun wouldn't even be touching them, would like just start to be touching the mountains, and now it's like 6:30 and shit's it's already like the shadows being cast. Oh, I didn't even see that, honestly. Give me that portal, baby. Down now, down down. Oh. Who's here? Someone leave? Oh, Mario left. What a freak. I don't really like the Wii as a system. It has good games on it, but I think I've said this before, and I think it's a detriment to some games. Some games just make it, or just feel cheap because they're on the Wii, they feel cheap. Like, as much as I love Return to Dreamland and Wario Land Shake It, they feel kind of, like, something about just, like, the Wii's aura makes them feel not good. Mario Party 8 especially, man, Mario Party 8 does not. I don't, that could just be also the game. Very unpopular thought, but I think Thanksgiving is the second best holiday. Listen, man, I'm not gonna judge you for that. I can get that on a, you know... I feel like, listen, like... I don't like Thanksgiving. I do not like Thanksgiving. It's just that, you know... It's basically a lesser Christmas because it's also bogged down by the fact that, you know, it's built upon lies. Of, you know how it be. You know how it be. You know how history is. You know how horrid real history is. But I mean, yeah, Christmas is just, I don't know. Though, honestly, I remember the Christmas before COVID happened. You know, we went out in the town and saw the big Christmas tree lighting, and it was nice. You know, get to walk around in the snow when it's cold. Sometimes it's nice to walk around in like that stinging ice cold night air. It just feels good. Makes you feel alive, right? Food is good. That's true. I'm not a big turkey guy, so that could also be it. I find turkey really dry and not satisfying. I'd rather have chicken. Or pork. I'm a pork and chicken guy. I forget if I was saying this on stream once, but I always think it's fucked up that people, like, look at what another country eats for their food and be like, what the fuck? You eat this and this? You, like, be like, you eat this creature? You'll eat a... Especially if it's, like, a creature we consider intelligent. You know, and it's like, what the fuck? You eat that? How could... That's fucked up. How could you eat that? But, like, we eat pigs. You know how smart a goddamn pig is? Pigs as intelligent as a dog, if not more. Same with cows. Cows are also very intelligent. Honestly, if you really look at it, like, if we weren't born in, like, if we were a different race of it, like, say we were a vegetarian race of aliens, they'd probably be like, what the fuck? You eat other creatures? Other, like, intelligent creatures that have lives and live? Listen, if I didn't know bacon tastes so good, if I didn't eat meat ever in my life and I didn't know how good it tasted, well, obviously I would be a vegetarian, but you know what I mean? If I just didn't know. If I didn't know how good bacon tasted. You know, that's the thing. One up. Why do my glasses feel like they're pinching my face? Let me lean back. Let me chill. wait a minute. Oh, fuck. That was probably a portal. Well. C'est la vie. Oh, did you guys, any of you guys watch the season 2 of Kid Cosmic? I forget if I talked about this. I don't think I did. It was pretty alright. I think I like the first season better. One Netflix show that I kind of wish we could have saw more of, but then I know why we didn't see more of this show, 12 Forever. Listen, if you didn't know, it was pretty good. I liked it, but then, like, the creator was apparently... They were kind of a freak. So... And I'm seeing, like, you know, they had a weird kink. They were, like... They were actually a freak. I don't even want to say it. Look it up on your own. But, yeah, it's kind of sad that, like... Because I thought it was a good show. And, you know, there are people that work on the show that aren't, you know, that were... You know what I mean. So it's kind of sad these people that also worked on the show can't just continue it. Centaur World A was alright. I felt like it didn't come together. And I thought some of the characters were a little annoying. Why didn't I jump in the cannon? What's a Netflix show that was good, though? There was some Netflix show where, like, exclusive to a streaming service show I watched just recently that I really, really liked. And I can't remember what it was. Sorry if I'm, like, talking just about fucking cartoons. That's what I watch, bro. I draw, so in turn, I also watch cartoon. And that's, like, the only thing I watch the only live action shit I watch is, like, Marvel stuff. And, like, you know, some classic movies from back in the day. I don't really watch any live action TV shows or anything like that. Speaking of animated shows, like, after Amphibia ends... We're kind of fucked on any story-driven, like, bigger story-driven animated shows, huh? That's kind of fucked up. After that, Owl House, I guess. But Owl House is also ending soon. Their season 3 is literally just going to be 3 42-minute episodes. I don't know, man. It's kind of sad to see the go. And you know, I haven't seen anything... No, I want this, wait. There we go. And from my radar, you know, in my stratosphere of new announcements and shit, I haven't seen anything that really is coming to replace it. I feel like ever since Adventure Time, there's been some sort of big story-driven animated show. Whether that be Steven Universe or even something that I don't think was super great, like Star vs. the Forces of Evil. The Ghost of Molly McGee looks alright. That looks like it'll be fun. As the more I see of it, the more I like it. At first, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Fish Hooks or something. One of those, like, just shows on Disney Plus that that was decent and fine, but you don't really remember. But the Ghost of Molly McGee... I need more Gravity Falls. Yeah, we're never gonna get it, though. Disney fucked Gravity Falls, man. Think about how many more episodes we would have had if we didn't have to deal with all those bullshit hiatuses we got. Gravity Falls only had 2 seasons, and yet it went from, like, 2012 to, like, what, 2016 it was? Gravity Falls almost aired almost 10 years ago now. That's fucked up. There needs to be, like, people have said this before. Adventure Time started a new renaissance of animated shows in the 2010s, you know. But there hasn't... What's going to be that for the 2020s, you know what I mean? Oh, this bitch. Got him. Mine. Apparently, Bill Cipher is going to appear on The Simpsons. Have you guys heard this in an episode coming up in October called Bart's in Jail? Bill Cipher is going to just straight up show up in The Simpsons? Which, they are both owned by Disney's, you know, now. So that's not what baffles me. But it's kind of funny that it's going to be the first time we see Bill in what? Since 2016, like 5, 6 years? And it's gonna be in The Simpsons. What is he gonna say? What's the bit gonna be? Alright, Kirby has defeated Crackle countless times, but as long as the clouds still hang in the sky, Crackle will never give up the fight. It's kind of a boring one. Not as good as the Star Allies description, where they said there's thousands of them across the cosmos. There we go. I like Family Guy more than The Simpsons. Okay, what do you mean, though? Are you talking early Family Guy compared to early Simpsons, or are you talking about in general? Well, I guess your name is Peter Griffin 69. I got an itch. Because I'm not a fan of modern Family Guy. Early Family Guy, early, like, cel-shaded Family Guy, when Peter looked like he had a soul in him, was good. Is there... So people usually say there was, like, an episode or a season in The Simpsons where it started the slow decline. Is there, like, that for The Simpsons? Like, when was the transition from the early episodes, which people look fondly of, to just, like, the bad ones nowadays? Or it's just, like, mean-spirited? Not to say there aren't a few good episodes every now and then. Like, that one where Stewie and Brian get locked up in the bank is an alright episode. It is kind of weird that, I don't know. Remember when Brian used to be, like, Peter's right-hand man? But then now he's, like, never related to Peter's storyline ever. What happened with that? But yeah, still weird nonetheless. You know, that, that's, I'm gonna definitely watch that. I'm not gonna watch the episode, but I'll watch the clip. I've heard Modern Simpsons, like really recent Modern Simpsons, has been kind of, there have been a few good episodes, from what I've heard. One of my biggest things about The Simpsons just is how, kind of like Family Guy, where how stagnant and, like, static how the characters look and move has become. I feel like in the olden days of both shows, they're a lot more fluid, they did a lot more poses. More so Family Guy than The Simpsons. Simpsons at least still has a lot of good moments of good animation still. But I like that weird off-model look. Like how OKKO does it. I love the way OKKO looks. Perfect. Does not let, like, model sheets or anything get in the way. Just do a goofy face. That's it. It doesn't matter. If the character's a bit shorter than they were in the other episode, whatever. It's fine. The people who, like, take one frame from a show and then be like, oh, look how bad it is, probably had a field day with OKKO. I can't really remember anyone being like, oh, I only ever remember people saying it, they liked it. Give me that. Oh, this is the boss where I gotta do it with a key. You bitch! I'm the king! You can't do this to me! Just regen it. It's timer. Bam! There we go. Get the key, get the key. It's also weird how they're... I don't know. I never like it. I'd rather... So we all know about how fucking... You know, every adult animated series tries to just look like Family Guy now. But it seems like some series now are kind of swerving more to, like, a weird Rick and Morty stylized thing, which I'd rather have that, honestly, than just Family Guy looking... the same Family Guy looking shit over and over again, you know what I mean? Something that at least moves well. Game theory. Happy Mass Salesman is Homer Simpson because he choked a child. What do you mean he choked oh, I guess he did choke a child, didn't he? I know what you're talking, yeah. He did do that in the beginning of the game, didn't he? If I stream Majora's Mask, which I probably will at some point. Is that gonna get... Which I probably will at some point. It'll definitely be the N64 version, like I said. Lose that creepy factor, man, on the 3DS. You just don't get, you know, the same vibe. Use the actual stick for when I'm swimming. Feels better. I was trying out Project Plus today. It's not, you know, it's made to be fast and everything, but it's still not as fluid as, like, Ultimate. Like, you can't do a forward air as quick and easy as you can in, you know, Ultimate. Did anyone ever complain about Homer choking Bart? Was that ever, like, was there ever a group, like a group of parents that were like, what the fuck is this? Which, because honestly, that, I mean, I would, listen, obviously, I'm not saying I don't have him strangle him in the show, but it is, you gotta admit, that is kind of, you know, a little fucked up that Homer does strangle Bart. This won't be for a portal. I just did a portal. No, it's for a 1-up. What am I doing? Oh, look, see, look, he's got his... In Star Allies, they don't have this. He doesn't have his custom inner tube. In Return to Dreamland, in this, he does, but not in Star Allies. Cringe. Krungo. Just look... Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, I thought my dog might start barking here in a second. This time I won't forget to make sure I'm sound again. There they go. Okay, 1 second. Okay, we're good. I remember a time, speaking of game theory, I remember when game theory used to be good and not stink. The last good theory I remember watching was the Rosalina one, which even though it was stupid and definitely isn't true, it's like a fun thought experiment at the very least. It's a fun, like, idea. The Saiyans in Ness one really was the downfall. I don't fucking understand how people could believe that. Or, like, not that no one believes it, but... I don't know, just like the hubris of it. Because then he also... Because here's the other thing, and then when he does another theory, he acts like his theory is, you know... I don't know, I used to like game theory a lot. To be fair, he didn't start it, but he did in, you know... The eel has nothing on the Mario 64. Well, that's... Yeah, duh, no, the fucking 64 eel curses you forever, for all time. Oh, I need to get Pice, because there's a part where, like, you have to... It's not here? Fuck, I think I might have fucked up. I might have to take damage. Or do you just not get down there? Oh, maybe you just don't. The Odyssey eels are a good... I think in the art book, they were originally... You know, they have a different name from the eel in Mario 64, but they were made in, like... In the minds of the developers, it was made to be, like, an updated HD version of the Mario 64 eel. I would like to stream Odyssey one day, but that's a game where you would literally... I have to not play that game for, like, half a decade. It's too fresh in my brain. I need to, like, wait till the next 3D Mario happens and play it before it comes out. You know what I mean? I don't think I've played just a normal-ass Undertale in a long bit either. I should do that. Fuck you, Dust Skull. I don't know if I'll ever stream... If I'll ever stream a Pokemon game. Just because, I don't know, Pokemon's burned me. I've seen what Pokemon truly is. Nothing but, like, fucking big media cash grab conglomerate, biggest franchise in the world, yet they can't make a good game for their fucking lives. You know what I mean? Somehow, like, have Capcom make a Pokemon spin-off, and it's better than the newest mainline entry of the fucking video game. Oh, the next box is the snake. It's always weird when someone follows me when I'm offline. Like, someone called All Odie followed me over the weekend, which I thank very much. Obviously, I don't know if they'll see this. It must have been when they were watching the VOD of Deltarune Chapter 2, maybe. There's a door there. Alright. I don't know if this is what this is for. Oh, wait, this is just for a fucking... Whatever. I want it off, because this does nothing for me. This is just for a keychain. Dragon, rock the Dragon Ball Z. Kirby is the great first game to play. Please. Why are you talking about Dragon Ball Z? Is you talking about it because I saw Twitter was going on about Dragon Ball Z and Vegeta actually had a character moment for once in his life. He wasn't just fucking Goku, I'm going to kill you if I wasn't a family man. Or whatever Goku, Vegeta. I don't like characters like Vegeta where they just never change. That's why I don't like how Shadow is in Super Mario Bros. Z or in like the modern era where he's just Vegeta, where he just never cares. Come on, make them care. That's not gonna devalue like their character. Vegeta did change though. Yeah, but he's still always like I mean, he became a Majin and like just killed people. I hate it just when characters have like a character regression. That's why I did not like Steven Universe Future. Steven Universe Future was fucking... I did not like it. It was boring as shit and just made me hate Steven as a character now. I don't know, like, Steven is always supposed to be this kid that was wise beyond his years, and yeah, like, he did still make mistakes and everything. And then I feel like Steven Universe Future literally went too far. He literally killed a person! Like, that makes him statistically worse than his mom, who is already the worst person ever. Because at least she didn't kill anyone by with her own hands. She just, like, manipulated and fucking gaslit everybody she ever knew. Majin Vegeta is a different situation, also he ended up progressing even further. Alright, if you say so. But yeah, Steven Universe Future, I did not like Steven Universe Future. I thought, it's kind of a similar way to how Star vs. the Forces of Evil ended. It made me look at the rest of the series and be like, see its negatives a bit and like, kind of take away my rose-tinted glasses a little bit. Which I still think Steven Universe was good, but man, thinking about it now, there were a lot of episodes that didn't fucking amount to anything. If he regressed, Vegeta would have never sacrificed himself. Alright, I mean, you're probably right, Mario. I don't know too much about Dragon Ball, but I just saw, I probably watch at least one episode from every series. Or a few, and, know about it through osmosis and Wikipedia reading, because I need to know all the information about everything ever, because I'm a fucking Borg, apparently. I have really been getting into Star Trek, though. Ever since I watched a little bit of TNG, and I'll watch a lot of DS9 clips and maybe a DS9 episode here and there. I've been getting into it. Though I think I still like TNG the best. Just because I don't want to watch Voyager. Because Cisco and Janeway, the captains in each of those shows, are a little just too aggressive for the whole concept of Starfleet as an organization to explore new worlds, find new life. You know. That's why Picard's the best, because he's the ultimate diplomat. But that's also why they had Riker, so if people didn't like the weird, bald diplomat, they'd have someone to do just like... Riker was basically just like Kirk, too. If they needed him. Don't get mad, but DK64 gets too much hate. Okay, here's the thing. I think... I don't think D6... Because here's the thing. I think Donkey Kong 64 has problems, but I don't think it's a bad game, you know what I mean? I only categorize a bad game as a literally... It is, I can't even play it bad game, like Sonic Boom or fucking... it either has to try to get across a really bad message, or it has to be functionally bad to play. You know what I mean? I've only ever seen the next generation clips. The series never interested me that much. I thought that at 1.2 because I thought, but as I've grown older, I've learned I actually do like the weird diplomatic, philosophical questions rather than the big action. I think maybe because Marvel's just kind of shown me like, oh, because in Marvel movies, I never care about the actual action. The action is like a supplementary to like the... Like, Thanos is cool, not because he does the big punch, because he's like a big presence, you know, he's like the guy, not because he can do the big punch. Like, I like it in the Marvel movies when they have, like, their conversations, or, like, not even necessarily, like, okay, like, here. I like an action scene, but I don't really care about fighting. If that makes sense. No, I still want, like, an action... Like, if I made a cartoon, I'd still have, like, chase scenes and goofy, like, stuff happening. But I don't care about... Maybe I just don't care about real... Like, animated fighting is cool. You know, because, like, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's got some of the best action ever, and OKKO does, too. But it's more than just, like, fighting in a field, doing, oh, kick, flip... grab the leg, oh, they do like a little flip around the leg, you know what I mean? It's like a whole scene. I like seeing cool action shit, that's why I like Dragon Ball so much. I don't know, Dragon Ball, it's a little too generic for me, I think. I need wacky action, that's what I like. I like wacky, dumb shit. I don't like when it takes itself too seriously. Or at least, you know, it has to visually look interesting. I feel like a lot of Dragon Ball just looks like, I don't know, that just looks like real life almost. No, well, you know what I mean. It's not fantastical enough for me. But that's me. Eat your grandma's Why would you say this? I'm gonna get these treasure chests. I don't even like AirPods. I like headphones. I don't like things I have to stick in my ear. It hurts. Do you guys think our generation is gonna... Well, I guess it's already happening. You think our generation's gonna grow up and be into kids like, oh, you never played the classics, or you never watched the classic cartoons I watched back in my day? I don't feel like I'm gonna be that. I feel like I'm always gonna be pretty like, oh, you like this is the new thing you like? Because I have played Fortnite, I have played Among Us, and I do think they're good games. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. At least I know I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to be like... Because with how much we've been put, like, our generation has been put, like... my brothers would say it all the time, like, oh, like, the new shows you watch or the new games you watch aren't as good as, like, what I had. And I'm like, bro, literally, brother, you don't even watch this stuff. How would you know? The only thing my brother has liked in any animated show my brother has liked in recent years was Gravity Falls. Like, my brother wouldn't watch something like Kid Cosmic or whatever. Is this the boss? Oh, no, this is this. Damn, that was close. Bam! Alright. I'm gonna try to grow up without that mindset, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to... You know, like, how every generation is supposed to be. Have you seen My Life as a Teenage Robot? Yeah, I like My Life as a Teenage Robot. I like it a good bit. I think... There's another, like, robot teenager show. I don't remember anymore. But yeah, I liked it. You know, it was good. I remember... It's one of those shows where there was only so few episodes, though. Like, wait, how many seasons did My Life as a Teenage Robot have? Because I can remember probably a good handful of episodes. I can remember the episode with the funny little machine robot man, the little Killmonger or whatever his name is, and he's just like a little wind-up toy. Love that guy. And I remember the main bad guy was Vexus and like the cluster. If I had to choose a show from around that time, though, I mean... I feel like one show around that time period that I can no longer look at fondly is Fairly Odd Parents. Because, like... Oh, 1 second. I need to... Because, like, I don't know. Because of Bitch Fartman, that asshole. I can't look at Fairly Odd Parents and be like, oh, what a good... That was an alright show anymore. Because of Bitch Fartman. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Mario. Oh, battle. We might be able to get through most of the DD tour. It's only been an hour. It's only been 56 minutes. So we could potentially finish DDD tour this stream. Depends on how long some of the later levels go. I know it gets to like 20 minutes for some of those later worlds. I wonder how... Same deal with me, except it's with Ren and Stimpy. I get that. Like, I feel like I can still watch Ren and Stimpy. Because, I don't know, that's such detached in my... The reason I can still watch Ren and Stimpy is because... Let me read this first. The first couple episodes where Johnny Test actually was animated and not in stupid, stinky Flash bad animation. I like those episodes. Which was, like, only, like, the first 5. I definitely... Though I still do look at Johnny Test somewhat fondly. The statuesque snake was once seen by the people of the sky as a symbol of peace. However, it's been corrupted by an evil magic and has become a scourge on the land. The reason I can still watch Ren and Stimpy without feeling too bad is because I know... Specifically because the one episode that was literally about how shitty John K. was as being, like, the head animator on staff or whatever. You know, like, Ren is working Stimpy to the bone and, like going over every little drawing he does, like, no, this has to be like this. And that whole episode was the crewmates making fun of, like, their jab at John K. So, that's what makes me still be able to watch that show, is that, like, oh, these other people were working on it and actually cared about the show that weren't assholes. You know what I mean? Which I guess could be said the same about Fairly Odd Parents, but I don't know. Maybe just because all of Butch Hartman's shows just feel so similar. So, oh, you see the things that are, like, his touch. Did I say crewmate? I did say crewmate. Shut up. Fuck you. I would like to play Among Us on stream at some point. For a while before we took a break, me and some friends were playing Among Us almost like every day. Maybe next time I'll record it or something. But then it's got voice proximity, so I couldn't be talking to chat if I streamed it. Maybe we will finish. Maybe this is like the finale of Kirby Triple Deluxe right here. This could be the finale of Kirby Triple Deluxe, and I'll be spinning that wheel tonight. Last world is long, though, because you gotta deal with the EX levels. was watching the weirdest show called Pickle and Peanut. Oh my, don't. That was just like more, that was like trying to be regular show, but bad. Pickle and Peanut was not good. Those and like shows, there are a couple shows like that. I think, I mean, in varying degrees, but there was like a subsection of shows like that where just trying to be random or like trying to be weird for the sake of weird, or were just weird and like a weird moment in history that you forgot about. Like, I would stick Uncle Grandpa in that category, but Uncle Grandpa was a decent show. Because I think Uncle Grandpa had some legit funny moments and good characters. Despite them all being weird, dumb characters. Whatever, I don't need the fucking Sunstone. What would it even have been? Might have been a portal. Whatever, too late. It would have been for candy. It would have been for nothing. Get the mouse out of my way. Like, there was this one show I recently remembered about called Robotomy, and it aired on Cartoon Network for like 4 or 5... I can't remember if it was 10 or 5 episodes, but it's made by the same people that did Super Jail, and this really weird fucking show about, like, robots on, like, an planet called Insanus, and everyone's just crazy. Honestly, some of the character designs are pretty cool looking. Like, the main 2 character designs are pretty alright. But overall, it was like when I saw someone, like, draw fan art of it and unlocked a memory in my brain. I will await the day for Dragon Quest's main composer to die, because, oh yeah, that motherfucker. Don't even get me started. It's kind of sad that you know, they have to put his music as Dragon Quest shit in Smash Brothers. I watched a video the other day that was a Lost Media iceberg video, and I went in there just being like, oh yeah, Lost Media, so it's going to be things that, you know, are just hard to find. But then, like, before the Abyss, this wasn't even like it wasn't even like the worst level. Like fucking level 5 or something, level 3 or 5. There was talking about like this is a lost video of like a Japanese dude that ate his French like he was a cross-country student in France or whatever, and he killed and ate his roommate, but since of over foreign like law shenanigans, he's still alive and well and not in jail. And it's like, what the fuck? And the Lost Media was like, he recorded him eating his roommate or whatever. And it was like, what the... Obviously, it didn't show it because it's Lost Media, and also they just wouldn't. But that's, like, fucked up. How is this man allowed to walk the streets? And apparently he's, like, a famous guy in Japan now. Well, you know, famous for all the wrong reasons. But, like, people have interviewed him and shit. Oh. Go faster. DDD, please. I swear to God, I will make you die in lava. I lost it. He's too fast. Wait. Got it! Nice. I think the worst one is the one about album sampling some real heinous shit. I don't know about that one. I don't think I want to know. But yeah, that's what I watched the other day. I don't know why I watched it. Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Apparently, since... Okay, so, the Crocodile Hunter, we all know him. Steve, good guy. Rest in peace. Apparently, his death was... Well, there goes the Max Tomato. Apparently, his death was recorded because he told his cameraman to always fucking record. And so, that's real. That exists. And that is... Apparently, his last words were, like, literally what were... I'm dying. And that fucked me up. When they said that in the video, I was like, oh... When they said that's like the final words in the video, I was like, holy shit. I like paused the video and had to take it back. Like, I was taken aback. I had to like process that. Because that's fucked up. Illegal shit very illegally. Oof, okay. I think I get what you're saying. If I could, I would go back and kill that stingray that killed him. But I know that's not what he would have wanted. He would never have wanted that stingray to die. Also on this Lost Media video was, like, apparently an hour of it does exist on YouTube somewhere, but, like, most of it is Lost Media. Like, the Columbine shooter is, like, manifesto video almost of them, like, just driving around saying what they're gonna do. I'd refuse to watch that, because that's... See, I can watch a horror movie or whatever, and, like, that, you know, whatever, that doesn't... You know, I could watch a scary game where, like, people are getting mutilated or whatever, but when I hear stuff like this, like I heard in this Lost Media video, this is the shit that freaks me out, and I'm like, God, wow, holy shit. That's the real shit that freaks me out, is real life. That's what I don't want to, you know... I could hear like a spooky sound scream file in video game, indie spooky video game. Wait, which Lost? It was made by Blame It on George. I think I need to restart this. Honestly, it was very interesting despite the freaky shit, the freaky parts of it. Cause like after the parts with like the parts about cannibals and shit, it was talked about. Oh, this video game is. So I guess it wasn't so much going down in creepy factor, but more so in how lost it was. If you like that though, if you are okay with hearing about creepy things that happened, or like, you know, then I'd say why, you know, it's good every once in a while to watch kind of like a scary video or a video that creeps you out. Oh, this is for nothing. One of the things on the iceberg is like at the very bottom was that supposedly there's a conspiracy theory. There are some videos on YouTube that are actual real footage of medieval times that time travelers went back and took footage of. Which obviously that's not real, but that's kind of interesting to think about. Like, think about what if that was real, though? What if there was actual real footage of medieval times made by time travels and we just didn't know? See, that's the kind of conspiracy theory stuff that's like, oh, that's not hurting anybody. That's fun. I can indulge that. Can distance it from that kind of shit. Oh. There's like, the weird thing was there was like 2 different, like, cannibal cases in that video. I kind of got sick of looking... Honestly, I don't really like iceberg images or, like, videos about them. I don't know if it's just because they started clogging up my recommended box or... Something about me just kind of annoys me. But every once in a while, I'll watch one. You know, I'll divulge. See, when I... Another thing, like, going back to the thing is, like, I'll watch a Nightmind video and be like, oh, yeah, that's scary. That's the good shit. But also... 1 second, I fucked this up. But, like, I'll be fine watching that because, like, at the end of the day, oh, that's not real. That's, like, a funny ARG someone made. But, like, then I hear this shit, you know, and that freaks me out. I was thinking, like, it's one of those things where I'll be going to get a water in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh, thinking about that video now. But it is almost October. It is almost time for the spooky. Time for the shitting of pants. So it'd be appropriate. Beta archive, my beloved. I wish the Wario apparition was real, man. I wish... Could you imagine if that was real? Someone one day just found it in, like, files. They did some super specific, almost like Ella's real Luigi unlocking Luigi specific bullshit. And Wario's like, you want the fun? Wario show you fun. Apparently, I didn't notice this. Apparently, Wario's voice is deeper than it used to be. I was watching a video about, like, a Smash retooled Wario. And they were talking about how they would prefer the N64 voice where it's a little higher. And I didn't even realize how deep the new one was compared to, like, Mario Kart 64 and shit. Is it in Mario Kart 64? It's like, wah, but then now it's like, Wario. And I think I would be inclined to agree almost. That I think I like the higher pitch sounding one a little bit more. Oh, the Deltarune Chapter 2 VOD is up, by the way. I just haven't really put it in the Discord or tweeted about it yet, because I was about to stream this. And no one's going to want to watch, you know. That would be counterproductive, so I'll do it afterwards. I also need to put the timestamp in where I accidentally fucking muted myself. Mario, have you played Chapter 2 yet? Is real damn good ARG, and it's real damn... Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about now. But yeah, Mario, have you played Chapter 2 yet? Or are you a freak and not played it because you're a freak? This isn't even for anything. What is this? Doesn't even lead to... Oh, wait a minute. It might have. I might have fucked myself. That might have led to a portal. Well, too late now. It's been all over my tail and it's been putting me off from playing it. Alright, why? Because are you spoiled? Yeah, alright. Like, well, how spoiled? Like, okay, like, you might be spoiled on the secret fight or whatever. But like, that's a lower, you know, that's a... You know, that's not too bad to be spoiled on. There's something worse that you could be spoiled on that happens, like, right at the very, very end. That I think is a worse spoiler. I kind of want to talk about my current theory I have going now. For Deltarune, what's going on. But... Dog, I watched a homie play through the whole ass thing. Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna say my theory then, my current thing. Alright, here's my current thing right now, is I think... So Chara and Gaster in the original game, they're both kind of in a weird state of non-existence. But Chara has more of a... more pull and can do more... has more interactivity with the actual world still, right? So here's what I'm thinking. What if whoever it is, like... Because Chris keeps taking out their soul, and, like, we control the soul. Like, in the bird... We can move it in the birdcage in Chapter 1, so we are the soul. So is whatever the emptiness that resides within Chris when he does this, could that be Chara or whatever? And they've teamed up to, like, destroy another timeline, and in doing so, it'll somehow get them back to the original timeline, somehow. Is my current theory. Because, like, Gaster needs Chara to interact with the world, because he can't really do that. You know, besides very weirdly specific instances, like with Spamton and Jevil, where he was somehow able to get in contact with them. Spamton through the phone, and Jevil, we don't really know. And also, like... when I played the game, I didn't go back to the trash yard and talk to the ad people who are talking about Spamton being like, oh yeah, I used to be a cool friend of ours, and like, where they basically say, yeah, on the phone there was the garbage noise, and then when you use your cell phone, the Gaster noise is described as being a garbage noise. So just straight up, that's who that is. Like, listen, alright, I get some people who are like, oh, Gaster, Toby said it's not connected to Undertale at all, or whatever. But then when he deliberately puts in the Gaster noise as a thing that happens on your cell phone in the Dark World, and then they're like, oh yeah, the garbage noise on the phone Spamton got called with. This is kind of a out of nowhere question, Peter, but no, I don't really have a mall. Like, I never really had a mall to like hang out with. That was not what I did. I'm an indoor kid through and through, basically. Unless it's like, the only time I like going outside and doing things is on a vacation where I can like explore and shit. Unless I can explore and go find new things, what's the point? What's the point of hanging out at the park with friends when we could hang out at the house with friends and play funny Mario video game? You know what I mean? Not that I have too many friends in real, like, off of the internet to hang out with, but... You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to, like, if I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going somewhere to do something. Maybe if I had a mall where I actually could have hung out in, like other people, other people did when they were younger. Maybe I would maybe I would have done that. Oh, that's nice. My grandma, I still have one grandma left, and I like her. The grandma I don't no longer have, Grandma Janet. Oh no, I have 2 grandmas left. I had 3 grandmas. My grandma that, rest in peace, and is no longer with, was Grandma Janice, and she was fun. She was great. She kind of had, like, the generic grandma voice, and, like, she kind of had the generic grandma look with the apron and, like, the done-up hair. But, I loved her and everything, obviously. Her thing was always... I don't know if it was her... We would always do this thing in our family where every year we'd go on a vacation in California, this little place called Grey Eagle, and it was nice. And that's like where a lot of my family members come from. One time there were a year with bears, and every year since then we were always like, oh, is the bear gonna show up again? And then one time me and Dad were walking home back to our cabin, and a bear jumped out of the trash can and he didn't see it, and I just ran back to Grandma's cabin because I was like, I'm not fucking dealing with that. No. Fuck. I feel like ever since I learned about SCPs, like, SCPs are just better creepypastas, honestly. I do love SCPs. I used to be more into them. There was a time where I was a little, like, a year or 2 ago, I was way into SCP. I'm not as much now, but every once in a while I'll go on the SCP website and read a SCP entry. Or watch a video. I made an SCP at one point. But I never really published it or anything. It wasn't that great anyways. It's basically like a interdimensional bread and breakfast. Where I was gonna have links to a lot of other CPs. Like, basically the idea was like, oh, a bunch of SCPs go here for literally a bed and breakfast. The newer SCPs suck ass. I will only play Fortnite with my friends. I was getting into Fortnite for a good bit there to help a friend get the Rick costume. I'm not super good at it, but I prefer Among Us, honestly. I love the rush of being the fucking imposter in Among Us. Listen, I know it's memed on, but, like, it feels so good when you get that... Literally, when you're playing Among Us and you, like, get the kill and you don't get found out. Like, your meeting calls and you don't get found out, and you're like, ah, yes, it's all going to plan. I like doing big brain plays. When the imposter is sus. Yes, when Germa is sus. What was I gonna say? Oh my fucking god, here we go again. Aw shit, here we go again. What was I gonna say? Newer SCP. What do you mean the newer SCP suck? Because I feel like the last SCP I read about or learned about, I forget the name of it, but it's basically it's a mimetic, or it's a, which is the word for, I think it's mimetic. I don't know if that's it though. Basically, it's a character that only exists within fiction. It's a weird thing where let me let this cutscene happen and let me read the lore and then I'll explain it. Because it's kind of hard to explain. It's one of those ones that kind of fucks with your brain a little bit. He's green now. Does he have toenails? Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, that's a... he quenches his thirst with boiling magma and snacks. Like, literally the least important lore in any of the... Like, even the snake has better lore than this. Krakow has better lore than this. Okay, so basically this SCP is like, he's a detective. And wherever he goes, he kind of turns things into like a noir movie. Or a noir... Or like a noir story. But it's also, he only exists in, like... It'll happen, but he is a book or something. Like, he is a story. Like, he is physically the story. Because whenever he leaves, he always leaves, like, a book of what happened in a noir novel style. It's really interesting. You see, I like those ones where it fucks with your brain. Fuck, I tried to do the... Because, like, the SCP I read about was, like, he was basically going against another reality warping fiction SCP like that, like a typewriter that could... I don't know, it's really weird. I'd have to find the video again. I liked him a lot, though. He's now one of, like, my new favorite characters within the universe, because he's like, I like this guy. It's not so often you get, like, a hero in the SCP universe, so it's kind of nice having almost some sort of character to follow. I love the Cosmic Horror ones, and like I said, the ones that, I don't know. So, the creativity some people can get with those SCPs, like that, with that type of shit is, like, fascinating. It's admirable. Ben Drown creepypasta. I think Ben Drown is still a decent creepypasta. I feel like there was a time there where, like, people would make fun of it. But looking back on it, I don't know, it's still pretty entertaining. Like, I still, like, I can't not look at that statue and not kind of sometimes be like, you know what I mean? Another one of my favorite SCPs, which is a bit more of a jokey SCP, but it was a kid that summoned, like, an extra-dimensional entity into his lizard to help him in a skateboarding contest. And now the extra-dimensional entity is stuck in the lizard, but he really digs fucking skateboarding. And he's like, hey, scientist bro, get me a little tech deck to skateboard on. And now he just fucking loves it. There was one SCP I didn't like, though, because it was a fucking racist SCP. Not that it was, like... The guy who wrote it was racist, but the literal in the story, like, it was, like... It was fucked up. I didn't like it. I'm gonna die. Fuck. I don't want to fight this dude again. That statue is... That is true. Dude, I hate this guy so much. If only I didn't have to waste my max tomato. I am literally gonna die. Oh my god, Pyrobit, can you please not go in the background for 5 seconds? A racist SPO just like me for real. Don't say these, please, Mario, please don't say these things on my stream. I know you're joking, but like, you know, some people wouldn't know you're joking. You know, people don't know, and I would rather really not have that energy brought on the stream if that's okay. I should have jumped up. I fucked up. Okay, no, I'm good. Why'd I do that? I need to get this guy. Oh, thank God. Still got about like another 40 minutes to kill. I don't know if we'll get to the very end of this. I forget what the SCP, the racist SCP was called though. I don't know. It was like some weird anomalous grandma that would appear in like random places in the South. And it would talk about, and it would say to everyone that it was its grandma and somehow knew shit about them, but wasn't actually their grandma. Fucked up. The guy where I usually get most of my SCP stuff, where I read or just know about more, is this one guy. The channel's called the Exploring Series, and they do video entries on a couple things, not just SCP, but that's the ones I watched them for. They do a bit on, you know, like Lord of the Rings and any other amount of other lore things. D&D lore. I had such... Egg City. I had so much Do you mean anxiety? During the Pyrobit. Fuck Pyrobit. He's an asshole. Literally, I feel like every Kirby fan kind of agrees that Pyrobit is the worst. I don't think anybody likes Pyrobit, and it's he like appears a couple times, and it's like like in a couple different games, and it's like please. I would rather take... Who would I rather take? I'm trying to think of a boss that's bad, but not as bad as Pyrobit. I would literally rather take Goliath, who back in the day I hated fighting against. There we go. That hammer... Don't use the hammer move too much, the throwing. It's more useful in some other games. In Return to Dreamland, I remember it being pretty useful. But in this, not so much. Kirby can do it too, but that fucking gets rid of it. Here we go. You know, actually, wait. You know, it does have its uses, actually. It's just nice to have a ranged attack that deals a lot of fucking damage. How did how did Humpty Dumpty feel when he fell off the wall? He was full of anxiety. I didn't like that one. I just thought of that one right now. I was looking at chat. The Bigfoot SCP is also pretty good. The lore they give it. There are some SCPs, though, that I just don't like, so I don't... Because, like, the whole thing about the SCP universe is, like, you can basically consider whatever you want canon and whatever you don't want canon. So, like, the Deer God SCP, I don't like that because I don't feel like the Foundation would be so cruel to literally, like, kill newborn babies for, like, the ritual for the Deer God, like, so often. So, I choose to consider that not canon. Seems like wherever there was a wheel puzzle, they just gave you the candy instead. Man, I hope we see whatever Kirby game Hal's cooking up soon. Next year is, like, the 30th anniversary. So, I mean... Oh... There's a portal. Can Ben make me drown because of that pun? Yeah, it was pretty good, though, wasn't it, though? I remember for a long time I thought DDD was a duck. I don't know why I thought this. I think because there was that one blue Pokemon that looked like a duck. So I was like, oh, well, maybe he's a duck too then. But he's clearly a penguin. Games like this where they give him the sparrow face. I don't know which one I'm supposed to break here. Alright. I'm getting that portal. I think I just gotta be quick. I just gotta know dilly-dallying. I think I'm supposed to use the power of the invincible candy. Got it! Get me in there. Bum, 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 bum. I also got a new viewer recently. I got a really nice comment on, the first Mario and Luigi video. And it made me feel really good. It made me feel pretty good. They said they can't wait for more. So I feel bad that I kind of had to do 2 Deltarune streams and then also this. I'm also going to be working basically the rest of this week. So, I mean, I'll try to stream. It just depends on how tired I am. It's not really a time issue, but a tiredness issue. I'll try, you know, I'll try tomorrow and I'll just have a V8 beforehand. You know what I mean? Try to have at least some energy. Do I have to do another giant battle next Mario and Luigi stream? I don't even know, because I don't know how soon the fucking train fight is. Why did I stand there? This song's in Return to Dreamland, right? This is the beach stage theme. Been watching a lot of Batman stuff recently. Well, not a lot of Batman stuff. I've just been watching Brave and the Bold and the animated series the past few days. I doubt there'd be another portal here, but you never know. Come on. There we go. I know, I see, and I appreciate that too, as well, Peter. There's definitely a portal here. There. Oh, wait. Press the wrong button. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that was... Okay, this was a portal. Give me that. I know this last world is the longest because you gotta do, like, all the extra levels. And plus the normal levels in Royal Road. Alright, come on. Something that I was always curious about is in Superstar you go to like other dream fountains. So is the Fountain of Dreams in Adventure not strictly a Dreamland thing? Does that mean there are more Star Rods, or is the Star Rod, like, are there other Fountain of Dreams but Dreamland's is special because it has the Star Rod? Also, like, okay, so, you know how in Star Allies Highness says, we were the ones that stopped that nightmare of a galactic crisis or whatever, and everyone's like, oh, that's Galactonite or whatever, or that's Nightmare or whatever. In the OST for Kirby, Super Kirby Clash or whatever, which none of that game's canon, but, you know, it's got a parallel Nightmare in it, like, and whatever, but there's a part in the game where he summons Galactonite, Parallel Nightmare, and then Galactonite kills him. But the music that's used during when Parallel Nightmare is summoning him is called Nightmare of a Galactic Crisis. So from that, we can infer that at one point, Nightmare tried to summon Galactonite into you know, our world or whatever, and Highness stopped him. Highness and, like, the magic part of the Ancients stopped him. So I want to know what the fuck that was about. Is Nightmare some sort of, like, space criminal? Do I do good on my thumbnails, by the way? Sometimes I don't know if I like how my thumbnails are laid out, how, like, they're presented. But other times I look at them like, yeah, it's a good thumbnail. Take that. I gotta stretch my arm real quick. I can see the moon rising. I can see it. You can make a mean podcast. Oh, thank you. I mean, when I play with friends, that's basically what it is. I made him another custom Mario Party board. I'd like to stream that at some point. I kind of wanted to this weekend with friends for my birthday, but then one of them had this big Minecraft event plan that I did, even if I kind of didn't really have fun doing it. Not that I don't like Minecraft, I don't know, for some reason, I just wasn't having that much fun with it. I can't wait for the second part of that Minecraft update, though, where we get new caves and shit. It's like, that's gonna be exactly what Minecraft needs. I mean, aren't all streams basically podcasts, by the way? Because, like, I know for a lot of time when I watch, unless it's like a super important game, or like there's a super important moment happening in the game, I'll usually just be in another tab drawing. You know. You know what's a good feeling? It's always a good feeling when you see, like, your favorite streamer or something playing a game that's, like, one of your favorite games. Like, I remember back when I watched Game Grumps, like, back in fucking 2013 or whatever it fucking was, when they started playing Mario 3D World. And I was like, oh my god, they're playing 3D World! And then when Vinny played Super Paper Mario, I was like, oh, Vinny's playing Super Paper Mario! Man, I hope one day modding Thousand Year Door gets to such a point where we can remake Super Paper Mario within Thousand Year Door. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be sick? Because Super Paper Mario's already got the best story of any Mario game. Just imagine if you could fucking... If it was an RPG, like their other two. Would have been the best Mario game of all time. I think everyone would have... Though honestly, at the time of Super Paper Mario, it kind of made sense to try to do something new and different compared to the other two games. But like now, when we have like shit like Color Splash and Sticker Star and Origami King, and the developers keep being like, oh, well, we don't want to keep doing the old, we don't want to just keep doing the old style. Bro, there was only 2 games in the old style. This isn't like New Super Mario Brothers where it's the same thing 500 times. I just don't get that. I literally don't get their mindset. Like, because they know. In an interview with Tanabe or whatever, Tanabe's like, oh yeah, we know people want the old style, but we don't care. Well then, okay, then people are gonna keep yelling at you and like saying, and like being disappointed at the games you make. Because I'll even admit, Origami King's a step up, at the very least. But there's still but the fact that, like, bosses are literal paper and scissors and shit... Man, I don't understand. I don't get it. It's not even the paper look is bad. Like, everything being cardboard or whatever, it looks fine. It looks decent. I think it looks alright. I think I like how Thousand Year Door kind of looked like a comic book in some places, like a pop-up comic book. But it's really is just the fact that they go so hard with the paper being like, ah, isn't it so funny we're paper? Get it? It's Origami King because it's Paper Mario. Get it? Haha, so funny. I've been tempted to buy Origami King once or twice. But then I just remember, oh, there's no EXP, so why would I ever fight an enemy? And the combat is stupid because it's like a dumb puzzle game. I don't want to do that. Like, why are they... Because they keep trying, like, every game they'll add a little something that makes it closer and closer to, like, the old games. But then they'll fuck it up or make it stupid, and it's like, okay, then just make the, like, I don't know. It seems like the development team is trying so hard to just make a creative, normal, fun game, but then they're being told to do certain things, and it's like they're, like, struggling against the, like, modern like, they're trying to make more original characters, but then but then Nintendo IP crew comes in and is like, no, you can only be nicknamed Bobby. His name can't actually be Bobby. Because that's not what a Bob-omb looks like. You can't give him a hat, even though some of the ones in the Japanese theme park wear costumes. None of the ones that no main character one can wear a costume. Oh, I fucked up. I just don't understand. Just make a good game, Tanabe. Oh, okay, no, I see it. I see. I got it. I got it. I got it. Close my blinds here in a second. You know, I'm scared ever since... Okay, am I? Okay. We're good. I just wanted to check something, because, like, now I'm thinking about it now, like, what if I don't want to make sure I'm never muted again somehow. Oh, perfect. I thought about making a podcast, I think, once or twice in my life. Like, I just don't know what I'd really do. It would just be basically, you know... Because I don't really have too much to talk about in my day-to-day life. Stay. Okay, we're good. Give me that. 15 minutes. Oh, this is the level that it fucked me. We could finish... I don't know if we might actually not finish this tonight, because I'd still want to do the True Arena and everything, right? And that's not... I don't know if that would... That'd be too much for this, because this is already, like, almost 2 hours. If there's not a save point... If I get to a save point before the, you know, the final bits, I will end it there. And then the next stream will be the finishing of DDD Tour and the arenas. And then the wheel, deciding what game we will play next. It'll be good to finally use the wheel, because I haven't been able to use the wheel since I started Mario and Luigi in this. We're good. Doesn't seem like I'm gonna get... Let me close my blinds. I like seeing the moon, but... Oh, is that a full moon? I think that's a full-ass moon. Nice. Just don't want, you know... People could see in your windows real easily during the night. Not that I don't think anyone would be, but... I get a lot of, like, VOD viewers, like on Twitch VOD viewers. And I don't know if they're just watching for a second or what, but I wish they would... You know, obviously I appreciate it either way, but... When I'm looking... I'm looking at YouTube, the YouTube views, you know what I mean? I come here just because I know people are here, but... And I guess, like... And I don't blame people, because, you know, it's easier to just... watch the VOD than it is to wait for the YouTube upload, right? I remember there was a point where, like, VODs on Twitch used to be terrible. Like, they wouldn't even fucking play. You have 3 days. What do you mean I have 3 days? Oh, the moon. Oh, no. Honestly, I really like this little PNG tuber thing I got set up. I'm glad I did that. I think it adds a little bit. Oh, shit. This is definitely for a portal. The monkey's always for a portal. Fuck. Don't. What? Oh, this wasn't even... The second one's probably for the portal. Yeah, I mainly got Project Deluxe working because I know there's a Waluigi, like, custom character coming for it. Smash Remix actually had an update recently with 2 new characters. If you don't know what Smash Remix is, it's Smash 64, but with new characters. A lot of them are clones, but a good bit of them now are custom characters. But man, the last couple updates have been characters I do not care about. The newest update was like Mewtwo and Marth. Which, like, listen, I like, you know, they're fine. They're both fine, but man, I want to see, like, what DDD would be like in... Are you serious? Oh, no. Whatever. It's too late now. Gonna have to go the long way. I'm not gonna kill myself. It's too much. Too much busy work. Yeah, I want to see, like, Dedede and, like, and before that, before Mewtwo and Martha, it was Conquer, which I don't really fucking care about. I want to see, like, Dedede and, you know, a bunch of characters. Wario's pretty interesting because he's mostly based on Wario Land. Instead of, you know, modern Smash Wario that's all WarioWare. He's only got his shoulder back as his dash attack. I don't know what the fuck Sakurai's problem is. That's why, I don't know, I don't like how WarioWare has surpassed Wario's original game series. You know, listen, it's fine, whatever, but it's just like a mini-game collection. I don't get how people have fun with that for more than, like, 4 hours. You know what I mean? I definitely don't get paying $50 for WarioWare Get It Together. That does not feel like it's worth it. It just feels like so little, like, I mean, you see every microgame by the end of the story mode, so I just don't get it. I'd rather have a game that is, like, a definitive ending and, like, a goal I could set out for myself. Ow. I at least commend WarioWare Get It Together, though, for actually having you play as the characters. And it gave Wario his shoulder bash, so the dream is still alive. I get why they don't want to make another Wario Land. They already got so many platformers. Why would they need to bring back Wario Land? You know what I mean? No. Which is sad because the last Wario Land game, Wario Land Shake It, is great. Get Mario Party if you want mini games. That's what I'm saying, bro. Mario Party has so much more versatility. Because here's the thing, honestly, in like 6 and 7, the board plays I find more interesting even than the mini games sometimes. The board play, because I feel like some people would say like, oh, the board play is an excuse to play the mini games. But I feel like you can't have one without the other. You can't have the board without the mini games. You can't have the mini games without the board. Obviously, we know that because of the fucking Mario Party Top 100 on 3DS, which had no point to be bought or played for any reason. That's one thing I miss that I will be sad Mario Party Superstars won't have, is that because it's based off like the 64 titles or whatever. It's not going to have the orb system, which I think is the best thing Mario Party ever did. The fact that you could have a space that, like, is a trap for you, and you could either... the trap could either be only if they pass it, it goes into effect, or if they land on it, it goes into effect. Like the Piranha Plant one that gives you half the player's coins, or the Pinkaboo one in some stages, like Neon Heights and 7. Or it'll just straight up steal a star for you. It's your own personal boo. Wario Land 2 is my favorite. I've been thinking about this a lot. Listen, I like Wario Land 4. Wario Land 4 is fine. It's good. But, man, Wario Land 2 I just think is better. It gives me more of that... Wario Land 4 is a bit too linear, a bit too short for my tastes. I don't feel like I'm a treasure hunter. Wario Land 2 and Wario Land 1, on the other hand, I feel like I'm fucking exploring every nook and cranny. Wario Land 2's got the branching paths that, like, you beat a level in a different way to get down the path. It's great. Though Wario Land's 1 treasures are a bit more obtuse to find. I never played Wario Land 3 because I didn't like how you didn't have all your moves right off the bat. And Wario Land Shake It is a bit like Wario Land 4, but I feel like it's at least longer. And it has all the achievements, and you do still gotta find the treasure. Da 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 da. Fuck. I need health. Pronto. Please. I wonder if they would do a Mario Party... I wonder if that's... Because Super didn't get any DLC, but I wonder if Superstars would get DLC, and it's like, oh, we've added the GameCube boards. But like I said, I feel like you'd almost need to, like, implement the orbs then, in that case. Oh, well. Does Dynamite respawn? It does respawn. I'm gonna die. I got 41 lives, Jesus Christ. Oh, I almost called DDD Wario for some reason. Oh! Oh! There we go. That was for nothing, of course. Do you watch What If? I've been tempted to, but I don't know. I just think it looks really ugly. I don't like how it looks. I don't like their lips. Their lips look gross. Oh, well, there goes that. I've been watching, like breakdown videos, but... I don't know. And I know it's like one of those things where, oh, it's one of those weird things where the animated show is canon within the cinematic universe. Like, the evil Doctor Strange is real and will probably appear in the second Doctor Strange movie. Come on, DDD. This is fucked up because I gotta do this, like, with one hand, with, like, two different hands. Oh, portal. Epic. Okay, here we are. Now we're in Sectonia's castle. Maybe this will be the end. I haven't come across a save point. Fuck you. Scarfy, die. Remember the episode where DDD adopts a bunch of Scarfies and then abandons them in the anime? That's fucked up. I had nothing. Oh, I had to fly up. I did that twice. Gets a little dark. I know. I've heard. I've watched I know about the zombies episode. I knew. Oh, I know about Marvel Zombies even beforehand. That, like, you know, the actual comic. Whoa, let me in. What I'm wondering right now is, because there is plans for a Fantastic Four movie, and now we have the Watcher. You know, we have the Watcher in this. You know what's weird is that we had the Watchers prior to this because they were in one of the Guardians movies. But they've always been more of like a Fantastic Four thing, so it's kind of weird to have them in the first place at the Fantastic Four, but... My big thing right now is I think they should have waited one more phase to do the multiverse shit. Galactus should have been the next big bad guy, and, like, the destruction of the stones awoke Galactus in the center of the galaxy or something like that. And now Galactus is gonna fucking eat all worlds if something doesn't get done about it. But we went straight to the multiverse thing, which I think deflates a lot of previous conflict. It makes the Infinity War and Endgame feel like jokes. Even if I still think those are two very good movies. Infinity War was definitely better than Endgame. Endgame was a little more messy. But Infinity War was tight. It felt like a nice, tight story. The writing was on point. They made it... somehow didn't make it feel like 50 characters in a movie were a clusterfuck. Some of the new characters, though, like, that are going to be the Young Avengers or whatever, I just don't really care for. Spider-Man's fine. Even if I think his over-dependence on Iron Man is a little weird. Though apparently in that Zombies episode of What If, speaking of which, is the first mention of Uncle Ben in this universe. So Uncle Ben still did happen, I guess. I don't know why they... Actually, I get why they don't want to talk about him, because before that we had already had two separate Spider-Man continuities that went over the death of Uncle Ben. God damn it. But if the reality's fight and awakens Galactus... Okay, but then, yeah, but Galactus is... I would be fine with that. I still think that could happen, and that probably will happen. But here's my thought on that, is that... Why does that matter if it's just one universe at this point? You know what I mean? Like, that's what happens whenever you get in the universe, multiverse shenanigans. Is that it always makes, like, your main characters and your main plot feel inadequate compared to everything else. Because, like, you can't... Like, where do you go from, oh, the multiverse? Oh, okay. Like, where do you... You'd have to change Galactus from, like, eating planets to eating whole universes. Which wouldn't be that big of a jump. Like, I feel like they could do that. So I guess a universal level threat and a multiversal level threat are still kind of basically on par with each other, because, like, what, like... It still threatens all life in that, in, like, the main universe or whatever. I am interested in that new Spider-Man movie, though. I wonder how that's gonna go. But what I'm really interested about that, though, about that new Spider-Man movie, is not so much the movie itself, but I feel like they're gonna go back on that and not have it be a theaters-only release. I feel like at the last second they're gonna go back and be like, it's at home, too. Because the pandemic is... Because the people are still being fucking stupid and not wearing masks and getting vaccines. That is true. I wonder if how they're gonna do the Silver Surfer, because in Infinity War, in, like, the comic, it's the Silver Surfer who crashes down to Doctor Strange's basement and is like, Thanos is coming, or whatever. But then in Infinity War, they changed that to Bruce. So I wonder what's going on with that. The Watcher in the What If series is also the specific Watcher that's, like, he's the one that does talk to the Fantastic Four and breaks the rules sometimes. So I'm wondering when he's... You know, at some point in that What If series, he's going to interfere with one of the worlds. Alright. You know what? I think I'm going to end it here. It's been about 2 hours, hour 57 minutes. I'll end it here, and then next stream we'll finish this up, definitely, DDD Tour. And we'll have the 2 arenas to do. And that'll probably be at least an hour and 30 minutes, I would presume, because I'll probably die at least once during the true arena, you know? So I think that's good for tonight. So I think that's good for tonight. Let me save state. Alright, well, there we go. Yeah. Oh, Peter, did you ever get in the Discord? Do you want the Discord link? If you want, I could give it to you right now. It would not be hard. Peter. Nah, alright. Alright then, yep. See you guys. Probably tomorrow with more Mario and Luigi. Depends on how tired I am from work. You know, I'll try. I'm going to try very hard at the very least. Alright. And see you guys later. Bye.